Yes, you can go out to a restaurant with a toddler without a tablet. I know because I've done it with my own 3 kids. There's a viral post telling parents of toddlers that they either have to give their toddler a tablet or commit to entertaining the toddler for the whole meal. That just ain't true. And what impact does shoving a tablet in your toddler's face during a meal at a restaurant do long term? So, what exactly is a pooped out parent to do? Stick around and I'll drop some practical tips. Let's go. So there was this viral post where a woman who's not a parenting coach, she's not a parenting expert, she has no developmental training, at least from that I can see, and she was talking about how you have to either commit to going, when you go out to a restaurant with a toddler, you either have to commit to entertaining them the whole time or shoving a tablet in their face. And this post went viral. Oh, these kind of viral posts make a clinical child psychologist's blood boil. Toddlers can 100% sit at a restaurant without a tablet. And no, the parents don't have to commit to fully entertaining them the whole entire time. Now, I don't recommend any parent entertain their child 100% of the time. That will lead to the toddler not learning how to keep themselves occupied and parental burnout. 2 things that we do not want for us and our children. What I do recommend is for parents to engage with their child while at the restaurant. As a clinical child psychologist and a mom to twin 9-year-olds and a 7-year-old who has never used a tablet or a phone at a restaurant to entertain my children, here are my go-to strategies for engaging with toddlers while at a restaurant. Number 1, you're going to use the kid-friendly placemat and activity sheets that most restaurants give you. They have tic-tac-toes, they have coloring sheets, you can draw on them, you can doodle on them, you can make funny pictures, you can play hangman if your kids are older. Is that a politically correct term, hangman? Like, have we changed? Anyways, I digress. Okay, so use the kid-friendly placemat and activity sheets that restaurants already give you. We've been doing this for decades, people. Whoever knows, whenever it started, we can continue to do this. Number 2, you're going to bring your own paper, coloring sheets, crayons, markers, pencils. Look, with 3 young kids, I've been there, done that. I've gotten the t-shirt where we're at a restaurant and we walk in and we're like, hey, we have 3 kids. And we're like, hey, do you have any like activity sheets? And they're like, no. I'm like, do you have any crayons? And they're like, no. And I'm like, so I've learned from my mistakes, and this is what I encourage you all to do. In your purse, just take some blank printer paper, fold it in half and stick it in your purse, or have coloring sheets, and then have this is small amount of crayons or markers or pencils so that you yourself can be doing things with your kids if they don't have the kid-friendly activity sheets and placemats. All right, number 3, bring small, think things that are easy to fit into your diaper bag or a purse. Toddler-friendly games such as memory, just given your kids' ages, like just take 10 pairs and now you have an activity sheet. I typically will have a deck of cards, or I'll have Uno or Skippo all in my purse. Or another option is you can get those little canisters of Play-Doh and you guys can start sculpting things. And you guys can give each other challenges of like, okay, can you sculpt a snake? Snakes are super easy. Now sculpt a dinosaur. Yes. So do those things. Have small little things that you can do. Play cards, a deck of cards, Uno, Skippo, memory cards. The deck of cards you can always play like Old Maid or anything along those lines. Or like those little things of Play-Doh. Keeps kids entertained for a very long time and engaged for a very long time. Another option you can do with your kids is sing songs and make up stories. So sing songs. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah, whatever songs you want to do, or make up stories. Okay, what do we think? Okay, well, there's a frog and there's a caterpillar and there's a poop throwing monkey, because there's always poop throwing monkeys in my stories. So make up stories with your kids, and then you make up a story, and then they make up a story, and then maybe you take their characters and you have to come up with characters of your own. It's engagement, people. We're building relationships with our kids, and guess what they're not doing? They're not throwing their silverware. They're not throwing a temper tantrum. They're not yelling, because they are engaged with you. I love it. Fifth option. Are you ready for this? Play I Spy. What kid doesn't like to play I Spy and be like, and try to stump their parents? I spy a yellow thing. Oh my goodness, you're at a Mexican restaurant and there's 20,000 things that are yellow. So play I Spy. So those are the top 5 tips that I have, is use the placemats and activity sheets that they already provide you. You're going to bring your own paper, coloring sheets, crayons, markers, pencils. You should stick it into your purse. Then you're going to, or you can bring small, friendly games, memory, Uno, Skippo, a deck of cards. A deck of cards is always a great choice because there's so many things that you can do with it. You could do high-low. There's so many things. You can teach your kids poker. Yes, I've taught my kids poker. No, we're not gambling. We're not betting on anything, but still they love it. You can sing songs. You can make up stories, and you can play I Spy. These are all awesome options to engage with your child when you are out at a restaurant. Now, this may seem like you're entertaining your child 100% of the time, but it's setting high expectations within the context of the warm and fuzzies. You're telling them how you want them to behave prior to going into the restaurant. You're saying, okay, we're going to go into the restaurant. There's going to be the hostess. We're going to tell them how many numbers. Yes, you can absolutely tell them how many people we have. You can tell the hostess, yes, at any age you can do that. Build those life skills now. They're going to sit us. We're going to sit down they're going to ask us for our drinks. We're going to order our foods. They're going to bring our food. Yes, you are totally ordering your own food because we want you to be independent and all of the things. You're going to help. So by doing this, by telling them what it's going to look like, you're helping them develop a script for what happens at a restaurant and how you expect them to behave. You playing with them for a few minutes and then having them do something independently, such as coloring, drawing, making up a story, whatever. You don't have to entertain them the whole time, because we also want them to learn the skill that you're not going to entertain them 100% of the time, because that's exhausting. Now, if we go into a restaurant with the mentality that a toddler can't possibly occupy themselves without a tablet, we are setting the bar so low for our kids. This will only perpetuate the negative developmental outcomes that we see from Gen Z to younger generations. Hello, youth mental health crisis. If you set these expectations early enough, and believe me, you can always set them now. It's never too late. You can always recover as a parent. Your child won't know any better. This is the thing I love. They simply think it is what it is like to go to a restaurant. They think this is how you're supposed to be, that we're engaging the whole time and that we're not on tablets. It becomes their script for eating at a restaurant. And then when they see other families breaking out tablets or staring at their phones, your children will think those other people are the weirdos. Yes! Now, so those are my tips on how to eat at a restaurant by engaging with your child and teaching your children appropriate scripts of how to behave in a restaurant and having a wonderful time as a family. By doing this, we're going to be preventing our kids from being those obnoxious kids that don't know how to socialize, they don't know how to have conversations, and then when they go to a business meeting, they don't know what to do because they're whipping out their tablet and then they get fired, all of the things. By doing these things, by training them and setting this script when they are young, we are setting them up for success, and we are preventing them from having all of the things that we're seeing with the youth mental health crisis. And by doing that, we are throat punching the Gen Z mental health crisis. Let's go.